Welcome guys to the new episode of e-commerce app. In this episode, we are going to design the continue to checkout action flow. Okay, so till now we have created the add to cart page and functionality. Now what we have to do is on the click of the checkout button, we have to add the payment gateway. Okay, so currently we are going to use the RazorPay payment gateway, and in future updates, I will update the course with Stripe payment gateway as well. Okay, so for now we will go with the RazorPay payment gateway, and let me tell you let me explain some concepts like what exactly we are going to do. Once the user click on this button, we will ask the user to use this RazorPay payment gateway, which will provide many payment solutions like UPI, card payments, wallets. Okay, so with the help of that, user will pay us, and then we will create one orders collection. Okay, inside that orders collection, we will store the details of the order, like whatever items user has ordered, that will be stored inside this orders collection. Okay, so here we will have the complete backend solution for order. Okay, once the order collection is created, we will show the user that order is placed successfully. Okay, and in the next step, in the upcoming episodes, we will create one order screen. We will display all the orders in that screen which user has ordered. Okay, so that's the flow which we are going to implement. So let's quickly go to the action flow of continue to checkout. Open it, add action, and from here we will select the RazorPay payment. Okay, so once you have added the RazorPay payment, you need to add the RazorPay payment API key in settings. So go here inside settings, you can search for RazorPay here. Okay, search for RazorPay, enable the RazorPay payments. Okay, so from here you can enable this. So if you are in the test mode, make sure you have enabled this and disabled this, and here you need to add the key ID and key secret. Okay, and if you are running this in production, you need to enable this, and also you need to add the production credential and key secret, and the name of your business is required. So if you haven't set up the RazorPay payment gateway, you can search for RazorPay on Google, and you have to sign up for this. Now create an account on RazorPay. Okay, when you create an account on RazorPay, you have to do some KYC and all the tax details. So here you have to create and set up the RazorPay account. You have to fill all the mobile number details, PAN card details, and all the tax details which they ask. And once that is verified, you will get your account. Okay, let me show you my RazorPay account. Like when after signing up, what you will see inside the dashboard and where you can find this key ID. So let's go to my dashboard. So this is the kind of dashboard you will be able to see after registration. Inside account and settings, you will be able to see the API keys. Okay, so here on the click of this account and settings, you will be able to click on API keys. Once you click on API key, you will see the test credential, key secret, and all that stuff. Okay, now let's go here, and from here you can add the amount. So for amount, we can search for card total. Okay, for currency code, so if you are from India, you can use INR. Otherwise you can use USD as well if you are outside India. Username, we will select authenticated user username. For email, we will use email like this. Okay, so you can add multiple things, and at the end you will get your RazorPay payment ID. So make sure in the grocery delivery app you are in the Blaze plan. Okay, as I told you in the beginning, this feature requires you to be a Blaze plan. Okay, so make sure you have added your billing account inside this. Okay, so link Google billing account. So I have already reached the maximum limit for this billing account. Let me try with this. Okay, so we are on the Blaze plan now. Perfect. Now here we will apply one condition. Okay, here we need to apply the condition, single condition. We will say if RazorPay payment ID is set and not empty. Okay, if RazorPay payment ID is set and not empty, then only we will apply the next conditions. So to check this, for example, we will add a snack bar here so that we will be able to see whether this is working or not. RazorPay payment ID is available. Okay, so now let's test this in test mode. Okay, here you need to deploy this. Make sure you deploy the RazorPay. Okay, inside settings, RazorPay, make sure to deploy the status, and also you need to be on the Blaze plan. You must remember that. Okay, so now let's run this in test mode. Let's create one account here. Let's create this account. The email is already in use by different account. Okay, so I think we have already created this account, so let's use that. Login. Okay, so we are in the login page now. Okay, so let's go to our cart page here. First add some items into the cart. Okay, let's go to the cart here, continue to checkout, and here you can see it's working. So from here you can add the number and continue. That will work very fine. Okay, if you find the error of processing in the RazorPay payment in FlutterFlow, you can go to Google Cloud Console. You can select the project from here. For privacy reasons, I have selected this directly. When you click here, you will see the list of your project. You can select the project from here. Once that is done, search for Cloud Run here. Okay, Cloud Run. You will find, go to Cloud Run functions first generation, and from here you will see the name of the functions which are available. Okay, so here when we are testing it in test mode, you can see the test create order and test verify signature. Okay, so click here, test create order, and inside permissions, under permissions tab, go here. Okay, we have this all users cloud functions invoker. If you don't have this permission, you can add this permission. For example, if I remove the access from here, okay, you can grant the access and you can add all users, select a role, cloud functions invoker. If that is not available in your cloud console, okay, then only you need to add this, otherwise don't touch it. And here for test verify signature, under permissions tab, I have this all users directly. So once that setting is done, this RazorPay payment will definitely work inside FlutterFlow. Okay, once the RazorPay payment ID is there, we will add some functions here. We have to create one collection. Okay, so here we will create a document, and the document will be orders, and for that we need to create the orders collection in the connect tab. So let's close this and go to the connect tab here, and here I have created this orders collection. You can use the same fields, for example user ID, and you can select the type as string. For invoice total, you can select the type as double. For delivery date, you can select the type as date time. For product, list of strings. Okay, for order ID, string. For example, if you want to select the string, you can right click like this, products list. You can select the data type as string, and you can select the is list and add it. Okay, so this way you can create this orders collection into the connector. I hope you will create this, as we have created many times this type of collection, so this will be helpful for you. Okay, so once that collection is created, we will move forward to the continue to checkout, and here inside create document we will create a collection orders. Okay, and inside that we have to set some fields. Now for user ID, we have which user has ordered the data products. So for that we have authenticated user ID, and then we have the invoice total. For that we have the page state variable. For that we will use that total value variable which we have created in app, and then we have the delivery date. For that we will use from variable, and you can get the date from global properties current time. Okay, then we will add the products which user has ordered, and for that we will set value. And what products user has added, we have the cart products list that will be added into this cart products list, confirm. Okay, then we have to generate the order ID. For that we will use from variable, and to generate the random ID we will use the random data. Okay, we will use the random data, and we will select the random string, and in that we want uppercase characters, lowercase, and digits. So this will generate any random string that will be considered as an ID, and I will name minimum length as 16, maximum length as 19. Okay, so this will generate us random string. And for order status, currently the order is ordered, so we will give it the status as progress. Once the order is packaged and shipped, you will change the status from backend, from Firebase, that the item is shipped. Okay, So that's it. We have our order collection once the payment is done, and then we will show the user that order is placed successfully. For that we will use the snack bar, and we will display the value order is placed successfully. Okay, once the order is placed, you will add the action, and we navigate back to home screen. Okay, navigate to home screen. Okay, so that will be the flow. User will pay the payment, and then we will check whether the payment ID is set or not. If it is, then we will create the document, and then we will show that order is placed successfully. Okay, and then we will navigate the user back to home. This way you can create complete checkout flow using this method. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.